What's going on, everybody? Rob here with a little video. Today we're going to change the springs on a Maytag Commercial washer. Change the springs on it, and I got to do a twofer here because we went through the night with Cisco the Roddy right there, the little pup. So let's get to this right here. I got to move all this out the way because I got to move the washer this way, and then I got to disconnect it from here, disconnect the plumbing, and then I got to pop the top off. Alright, so I'm going to shut these off, the hot and the cold. So that water's off right there right now. Alright, so I got to get a bucket because I got to disconnect these two. I got to disconnect that hose. And this got to come off right here. So what I'm going to have to do is scooch it out towards that area, because you actually do have to flip it up. Put a bucket down there because when you take these off, there's going to be water in these lines still. So put a bucket down there. So what's cool is these are marked blue and red, so I know exactly where they go back on. I guess I should have unplugged the washer first, huh? Unplug the washer. My pup wants to eat, but I don't want to feed him just yet because I'm working on this right here. That's the hot. Man, there was a lot of water in that hot water line. Hopefully it's not running. I shut it off. You don't want to, this is plastic, you want to cross shred these, but that should have came off easier, and they shouldn't have that much water in it. See? It's not shutting all the way off. That's not shutting all the way off for some reason. I had to go downstairs and shut that off. Alright, see, I went downstairs and shut the water off. So, the good thing is these are PVC floors. So nothing gets through the water. I can just get some towels and clean that up. This one's not closing all the way. Next, I gotta do the drain. And when I get this out of here, I'm gonna clean this all up first. Alright, so with the drain, it's just that right there, that clip. And take the drain off. Alright, next, this is the back, right? You got 1, you gotta take off this cover right here. 2 and 3, you gotta be able to slide this top frontwards and slide it backwards, jiggle it around to lift the top all the way. So it's gonna be 1, because you gotta get this off. 2 and 3. Do it with a nut driver. Alright, these are 1/4 inch nut drivers. 1/4 inch nut drivers. Unloosen the springs and then flip it. So see, that comes off right there. And then you gotta get these corner ones off right here. You're gonna see where the top connects to the bottom. There's 2 of them. 1, 2. Take these off. Alright, Maytag Commercial. Missing a screw right there. I guess just because you cover it up, you thought I would have noticed. OMG, look at this washer. If you gotta get the top off, I did a video and it was the wrong bolts. You're watching the same video. I took these off right here. See these right here? You gotta take these off in here, the ones connected directly to the top. Because once you do that, it slides forward so easy. You see that? So you gotta take these off, not these off. This is to access the lid. Alright, so when you get these ones, not these ones, you see it goes forward. And then what I do have is it's taped down already. So once it's forward, push it back a little bit and lift. Let's try to get this done right here. It should be able to come off. This is my first time doing it. I'm not a professional. Alright, so here we go. There's your suspension rods right there. Alright, so now I gotta get a string so this don't flip off on me over here. But that's what I'm gonna replace. Put that down right there. You see, the springs aren't holding this thing in place at all. It's just bouncing all around. So I bought new suspension rod springs. So let me get something to hold this up. Alright, so I got a bungee holding that, but also my beautiful wife is behind it because I don't got a ratchet strap to hold that in a proper place. Now these right here are your suspension rods. They gotta come out, so you kind of lift from the bottom and then you lift them up. on, there you go. And that thing twists to the side to come out. Twist it to the side. And it comes out, see? So the front ones you can let down, right? The front ones you can let down. We gotta flip this over. The back ones you do the same way, but you gotta hook the suspension rods on the metal piece. So you're gonna lift it. I get kind of cockeyed right here. I gotta go to the side. You gotta hook the suspension rods because you gotta make sure they're gonna hold. And this one is heavy. Twist down, twist, it'll come out. All right. And then this one you gotta lift and lock it right there, because we're gonna flip the washer and you want that to hold it. So I'm gonna do this one next, and then that one over there. That one was actually kind of heavy. Then one more right here, and don't forget you gotta hook it on the edge right there. Then you gotta hook it. Don't forget to hook it, because we're gonna flip this washer over right here. If you hear that noise, that's him, Cisco Dorati. All right, now I'm gonna jiggle this around again to get this back on, and put the screw to hold it back on in place, to hold this back on, because we gotta flip the washing machine. All right, so now we gotta flip the washing machine on its back. Gotta make sure I got enough room because I got the dryer there. Oh man, hear water running. Hear water running. But here, you can look at your suspension rods. See, the front ones just came out. That's the front suspension rod. I'll take it out right now and I'll show you the problem. Alright, there's a little clip in there that I gotta get out. Let me see. Alright, so there's these two little clips right here that you gotta reach around from the top that you gotta get out. And then here's your whole suspension rod right here. So what fails is the bushings in here don't stop it from going back up. So they just bounce around aimlessly. See? They bounce around aimlessly. This top part doesn't hold down. So instead of it just dampering it, it's just throwing it. Alright, so you see this is off the bottom. This is already sliding up on the new one. See the difference? So this isn't holding it compressed. This is just letting it bounce around, and it gave us some extra pieces in here. Alright, it gave you all new top locks and top cups also. Top locks, top cups. And you see this is the bad spring and this is the good spring. Alright, so the new one's got the clips on them. So the new ones don't got a hook underneath. You just got to push them up in here and make sure this cap is seated in there. Right? I get this out of my way kinda. And make sure that black cap is seated in there. It's hard to do with the camera on there. And then when that black cap is seated, the top part won't come down. I gotta try to get that done with one hand. I can't get it. Alright, so I had to push my thumb all around to make sure that was all the way seated. And then this right here, you're not going to be able to hook from the bottom. Although the bottom ones, you do have to get hooked all the way on the top, because you're going to have to lean it back this way. But you got to make sure that black clip is in there, so it blocks it from coming all the way back down. This one came back easier. Now a lot of guys, these were $107. A lot of guys are screwing on a piece right here, so it don't bounce all the way back up. So might try that next time. This is supposed to remain compressed, but see, that goes all the way up, so it gives the spring a whole bunch of way to bounce. I see the back ones are on the bottom, so they're going to be a little bit harder to finagle. I'm so slow. I forgot they're hooked at the top. Now you unhook them from the top. That's why I couldn't get it out. You gotta push up to unhook it from the top, which is gonna be a little bit hard. But you gotta remember, you hook these so it wouldn't just fall. So you gotta push up on it, and it's kind of slippery to unhook it from the top. Like I'm trying to pull the pole right here, but my hand's slipping, so I gotta get some rubber gloves on. Okay, what I'm finding is easier is I'm actually pushing the spring in to get it, and the spring is going in to unhook it from the top. Alright, so I got this one out. I actually had to lift the drum and move it all the way to the side, and the hook hooked onto the top of the drum. So like if you could move this to the side, that one can go to the side, and then you can see if you actually got it cleared. Then it gives you more room, and I can still tell there's tension on this one. That's why I couldn't get it out. So I gotta try to find out where it's hooked at. I was able to see clear in on the other one, so I'm trying to look on this one and see where it's hooked in at. Because if there's tension on this, you're not gonna be able to get it off. So these go all the way around. So I'm trying to finagle that one off. I'm gonna try to zoom in, but if you move the drum to the side, you can see the hook, and you can see where you got to get it hooked on this side. The other side, not so much. All right, so that one, I'm laying on my side. You can see clear through. I'm not left-handed. I gotta move it. All the other ones are in except this one. So I can see the back, but it appears the hook went this way. So I gotta try to drag the hook along the outside of that silver so I can at least see it. Alright, so if you can see now, I dragged the hook. I reached all the way in there, dragged the hook where I can see it now. So now I should be able to get it out. So what happened is the hook moved all the way to the inside. And as soon as I reached my arm in there and pulled it back where I could see it, I was able to get it all the way out. You see? It's all the way out. That's the last one I gotta get in. Alright, so pushing this one back in there. And then you gotta be able to see the hook. So after you get it snapped in, it'll hold in, and then you can see the hook looking all the way through there. Now this should be able to snap. So that snapped in already. See the black one snapped in? And then I can see the hook straight ahead. You gotta be able to see the hook. If you can't see that hook straight ahead, reach your arm in there and try to get to where the hook is at. Here's the trick though. I've actually got the plastic, because you got to push the bottom of the metal piece in, not the spring, the bottom of this. So that is a little bit harder than you would think. Then you got to watch the hook, so you get the hook on the steel piece up there, and it's hooked. Trick is covering it. You need to put your hand on the back piece of that, and you need to watch the hook. So we're going through all this, so I'm going to get my level, clean out behind the washer, and balance it. I can actually flip it back up now. Those two back hooks actually hold the drum from just flipping forward. So now you're going to take these two back off, because we got to get it back out again. Don't forget, it's not these, it's these two, the one that hold the white part on. Then it'll go forward. Then when it goes forward, back a little bit and then lift it up. Then it comes up, and that's what you're hooking on right there. See, those are hooked on right there. But they give you new cups and new everything, so I'm going to put all the new cups in and everything. Alright, so they give you new cups, so you can take these cups out right here. They snap and all that. I'm going to put everything new in here, and then I'm going to rebalance the washer. So these are the new cups that they give you, and you see they got snaps in them. So those are all the new cups. So I'm going to put all the new cups in, and I'm going to get those cups out right now. Alright, they also give you new locks. See this, piece goes on the side. So this is the heavier one, so I'm going to do this first. Alright, so I put a cable through there. I'm going to put the cable onto the hook, and then I already got the plastic piece in there. Then I'm going to pull it out. See, I'm able to get it up. I got to get a lock. Oh, now I gotta get the hook out the lock.
You got something.
Bet you're thinking I'm gonna get this out. I'm gonna use wire dikes. I got them. Alright, so I just got some wire dikes and I'm gonna break this off. Cut this off. Pull that out. See? Smarter than the average bear. I'm gonna do this one next right here. But I put the cup in first. Let me find the other cup. Oh, the cup's in here, so gotta re-snap these back out. Re-snap these back out. Put this through here. And then reach down and put it through here. Reach down and grab the hook. That's my brand new puppy you hear crying. Sorry about that. Alright, so then when you grab the hook, you can pull it back up. And it's a lot easier. How about that? Then you're gonna get another lock. Put the lock on here. Put it in place. And then you can pull your cable out. Look at that. Now this is the one that I dropped. This is the one that I dropped. So, gotta get all this stuff out. This was the lock. This was the plastic piece. My screwdriver should come out the bottom. Well, the screwdriver went down there, so it's gonna come out the bottom. So, get this right here. Make the loop with this. Put it through the hole. And then grab the hook. Grab the hook. Alright. Doesn't be heavy. Lift it. Believe it or not, they're getting lighter as they go along. Put the lock in there. Set it where it's got a lock at. And then pull out your cable right here. One more to do. Alright, I need one more lock. So they're all locked, they're all in place. And that's supposed to keep it from bumping. Look at, they even put an extra piece right there so if it bumps against sideways. They got extra foam in there in case it bumps against sideways and front and back. Alright, now we just gotta put it together. Alright, I was wrong about Maytag. They didn't short me a screw. That's where that little clip goes in at right there. The little clips go in that when you're putting it back together. And then your screw goes right here. So that just holds in place like that. Alright, so that was a trick with that cable. I fixed so much stuff, I figured stuff out. I had to tend to this guy. It's a second day in the house. So I put him in the cage so I could shoot the video, and it crapped all over the place. Well, in the cage. So I had to give him a bath and fix the crate. But I got the reason what he peed on his blanket, so I had to get the washer fixed. So just put all your pipes and everything back together. Alright, since these are made out of that strong American plastic, make sure you don't cross-thread them, then you have a leak forever. Alright, so this is the first run. I have it on right now. Making a noise never heard before. Although I got the dog's leash in there, so I'm hoping that's the noise. Just sitting here so we can see if it don't do the happy dance. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Looks like I may have solved the problem. Thank God. I built this back porch. I swear to God it was gonna fall down with that thing dancing. That thing was dancing so hard. Look at it. And then sometimes your spin cycle has to restart because it dances so hard. Thank you. If this helped, subscribe, like, and share.